G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So today we're going to play How Far Does the Baby Monitor Reach? Today we're going to do a fish shuffle. My friend Zach came around and he's dropping off a fish to me, and I think it's really important. We're going to drop the baby monitor and break it. It's still going, it's still going. Does it have a reception light? It says full reception and we're like outside. My point was, so my friend Zach has dropped off a classic kamfa, and he wants me to try breed it, and I want to try breed it actually. Both of us want it to breed. I don't really have a boy to breed it with yet, but I guess I'll figure that out with some shuffling. Let's do a baby monitor update. Can you guys see? Yeah. We've got 2 bars. Alright, so baby monitor, I think I just have to stay near the door. We've got half battery, and I didn't bring the fish with me. And we've got the best filmer in town behind me, or in front of me behind you. So that's why the baby monitor's in here, because we need the filmer, and the filmer can't be inside to watch the baby. So, wow, it actually says full reception there. Might even be able to get it here. Look at that. We've got the baby monitor right next to the door. Oh shit, the baby just moved. He stopped moving. He's got to that age where he wakes up, rolls around, and then gets back to sleep, and it causes anxiety as a parent because you just want him to sleep, and then you're like, oh shit, he's waking up, and then he tricks you and goes back to sleep. I'm sure most of the parents who watch the channel have been there. But anyway, I gotta go get the fish. It's in the house. Alright guys, so this is going to be proper musical chairs. So I think we've got the Lunacara Code Blue down here. That's a nice big tank, that's 250 litres. So I might actually move the Code Blue down to Franken tank, which is 100 and something litres, I don't know, at a guess 160. It also has the join, as you guys know. And then I'm going to take the Red Empress out, Red Empress, and I'm going to put them in the 250 litre tank. And then I'm actually going to put this flowerhorn. I'm going to put the gold-based fader in the 2x4, and then I'm going to put the new classic kamfa in the 2.5x4. What litres is that tank there? Calculator. What is it? 1200 times 600 times 45. So that tank there is 320 litres, and then this one here is 400 litres, believe it or not. That's way more than I thought it actually was. That's pretty cool. The only problem is I don't really have a boy big enough to breed this CK. Richard's the only boy big enough, but I've got a blue steel boy that I want to pump up to breed with her. But yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. But anyway, let's start moving fish. Alright, so this is my short-based silk male. I kind of plan on breeding him. One of my friends was asking about silk, so I was kind of thinking about giving it to him. Unfortunately, I can't sell that boy. He had gill curl and I trimmed it, and I just can't bring myself to actually sell that fish for money. Wouldn't be fair on the buyer. So now that boy is out of that tank, these fish are going in that tank. I do get a little bit nervous moving fish around like this, but all the fish have been in their tanks for that long. I don't think there's any chance of cross-contamination of any diseases or anything. The Red Empress eye bred, and they've been in here their whole life. Actually, the code blue eye bred, and they've been in here their whole life. And that Thai silk that I just showed you, eye bred. So it's not like there's a necessity to quarantine. Alright guys, check it out. Parenting from the fish room. I got the door open and the baby monitor. Oh, it's on low reception. I don't know if that's, maybe it's got no reception. I might have pushed the boundaries with that monitor. Oh no, it says 1 bar now. Hot tip, if you're moving fish from a tank to a tank, still use a bucket. It's way quicker. There we go. Oh, they don't need a plate, do they? They're not going to breed on no plate. Now catching these guys is going to be the hard part. Alright, this is going to be a mission. I've already spooked them, just siphoning some water. So I've got a net on a pole somewhere. I'll go get that and I'll be back. Alright, so I'm going with the 3 net system. Oh, are you serious? I caught 3 then and they all got out. 3 net system, 3 fish. Oh, check out this guy starting to colour up. He looks nice. Alright guys, so I've caught all of them. We're going from the hardest of them to catch to probably the easiest. This girl here, straight across, boom, done. I might give her a break. We'll see yet. I haven't decided. I don't know whether to put the male across with her because this pair really did not get along, like at all. You see the boy's actually got some damage on his lip, and that's actually damage from the girl while in the cage. They were fighting through the cage, so yeah, I might pull him out. I might just trim this net 1 square so that way it fits under the lid properly. Alright guys, check out this guy here. I'm pretty proud of this guy. Nice full fins, his cock's coming along, and like if you look at the size of my hand, look how small he is. He's got a lot of growing to do. The only thing is he's got pop gut, which I hate. He doesn't have aggressive pop gut, he just has it a little bit, but it's definitely a negative. I try to be as critical as I can on my own fish. But what do you do? Alright, this guy's got to go down somewhere else. So this is the girl that we're making room for. So she's a classic kamfa. So if you look at her, you can see the flowerhorn, but if you like really think about it, you can really see the Vija influence on her. She's actually sister to the little one in here, but this girl's had a 6 foot to herself to pump up, whereas obviously the one I've got's just got the little divided space. It's actually their brother down there as well. So obviously there's a way higher chance of the girls being more fertile than the male. There's actually a reason I'm keeping that girl in a quite small space. The Vija girl, the classic kamfa girls are extremely aggressive. So kind of trying 2 different methods. We've got one girl pumped up in a good sized tank, see how she breeds, but I'm hoping this girl, I can keep her smaller and breed her. That way less chance of the girl killing the male, because if you bred flowerhorns, the biggest problem is actually the opposite to what you would expect. It's actually the problem of the girls killing the males, and the best way to solve that is to keep small girls. So Fingers crossed. I don't know which one I'd prefer to breed. I don't know a great deal about breeding kamfa, so I'm still learning. This one is more Viha, way more. That one's more flowerhorn. So yeah, I'd like to breed both ideally and then decide from my own accord which one is better. But I guess that's just part of the learning. That's why I've bred some questionable flowerhorns as well. Like, it's all part of the learning. I love this guy. I'll show you him out of the water. Hopefully I don't drop him, because I know, on that note, I've never meant to drop a fish, guys. It's always an accident. But the only problem is, like, he doesn't have the head coverage, but from what I've heard, see how it's got silky shadows there? That's actually not too bad for a silk. Silks are very hard to get head coverage, but you can see the scar tissue there on the gill plate. That's the whole reason I'd never sell this guy. But honestly, this boy's a ripper. Now that I'm looking at him in my hands, I want to breed this boy actually. Alright guys, Red Empress going in the new tank. I think I've got some Red Empress young somewhere. I want to add them to the colony. They haven't bred for a while, so there's actually a bit of motivation behind moving them. Generally with Africans, when you move them, they bloody breed. So it's never a bad thing moving a colony that hasn't bred for a while. And I don't think it's because they're old, because there is some quite young fish in there. What do we got to do now? I need a cage. Alright guys, let's play cut down a standpipe. So I'm putting a cage in this tank and it's a little bit higher than the water level. So, you ready? Rip the standpipe out. Run, 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 Forrest, run. Alright. I don't know what, the drop saw sounded real weird then. There's something stuck in it. Oh, and then pipe back in. Oh. That was perfect. The water level is actually the height of where I just cut that standpipe. Sometimes I put like, oh, what an idiot. Look, there's an offcut right there. I could have put an offcut in there and then cut it. That's alright, but alright, so now I need to get the fish to put in here. Alright guys, so this is the boy I'm putting up there. This is actually my push present from Draco. No, just joking. But he did say congratulations on the new baby and sent me a fish, so maybe that can be my wife's fish. I don't know. Anyway, that's sorted for now. I think he's too big to keep in a cage, so at this stage I might actually make a divider next week for this tank, so he has a divider and not a cage. Alright, I'm going to chuck this silk down there, I think. Yeah, he has to go there. Has he got his tube down? No. Anyway, he can go in this tank here. That tank there, I really should move some of the Africans down there and then put the flowerhorns in another tank. Actually, that'd be a nice tank for the red hump heads, because it's got all the wood chips in there, because I give the bristlenose heaps of wood and that tank's linked and the wood chips go through, and at the bottom there, that's actually not fish shit or anything, that's wood chips. So I think the red hump heads would actually like that tank. Bit of sand. I just decided that then. We're not doing that today, but that's too much moving around. These two red hump heads are trying to fight. I gotta move them, but they're definitely not in a big enough tank. Guys, check out this boy in the sunlight. Where's a good angle? He's so nice. So I decided it's time to put this boy into the breeding tank. Unfortunately, the breeding tank doesn't have a light anymore, so it's going to be the last bright shot of him for a little while. But the only good thing about his tank not having a light is I actually think that's a good the temperature's not too much different. I think it's actually a good idea because it won't stress him out as much. So he's in that breeding tank. I say breeding tank, but it's not like there's a girl in there. He's just going to settle in there by himself for a bit. This tank is fully cycled now, which is good. Feel much more confident in putting a nice boy in there because it's cycled. This is the girl I'm going to breed him with. You guys have seen her before. And then I put the other pair over here. It's going to be a lot of work running them in jars, obviously because I can't just I have to water change them every day, but that's alright. So what I do, that bucket there gets this air stone. So it's not on at the moment, so that just gets a few bubbles, and then tomorrow every day I just I tip a little bit out from there, just straight on the ground, siphon a little bit of that one out, tip a little, that one I do less, like twice a week, and then I just literally tip the jars on the ground and then just fill it up with that, and then fill that back up just with the tap. I don't even use that water gets aged, so hang on. I was going to say I don't even use the aged water, but that water gets aged. So the little silk girl down in that case there is going today, or maybe the F3 girl up there, I'm not sure yet. We'll see what Zach wants to take, but I'm not going to pull the camera out while he's here. But you know what this means, guys? It means we've gained another flowerhorn tank. Well, we haven't really, because that was a flowerhorn tank and now it's an African tank. So we've just upsized the flowerhorn tank. 4x2 is more of a breeder's tank, whereas that's 2x2. So we've got 1, 2, 3 breeding tanks now. I don't really need 3, but as I start to breed pairs that are much harder to breed, I need my bread and butter pair. So like have like a bread and butter pair, which in saying that, my bread and butter pair is still a KZZ girl and a ZZ male. Well, he's I just call him ZZ, but he's technically an SRD. And then that pair there, they're not staying together, but I don't have another male to use at the moment. We'll see. Can you see how aggressive they are towards each other? They still manage to hurt each other through the cage. But anyway guys, I'm going to wrap that up there and leave that door open for a while. It's 32 degrees outside today, so there's no harm in leaving the door open. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, hit that little red button. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.